Hi guys, this is Mac here and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. So it's a great honor for me to have Samar Khan, the adventure athlete, all the way from Islamabad to get her down for my live session today and talk about, because she's inspiring the Pakistani women all around the world with her great work, because she's a sports personality and I really enjoy, and I'm going to really enjoy talking to her basically because I want to inspire the Pakistani woman and take the Pakistan to an international level by connecting to her. Hello, Samar Khan. How are you? Good to have you in my live session today.
Thank you so much. Hope you're good too.
So please give a little, I think I have given a very less introduction about you. Why don't you go and give a brief introduction to all my audience and followers so that they can connect with you and they will know who is Samar Khan and what is she doing for Pakistani women in Pakistan in the sports arena. Please go ahead.
Okay. So Samar Khan is an adventure athlete and she belongs to a very conservative village. It's Lower Dir in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and I've been promoting action sports from last 4 or 5 years. And I made few achievements in mountain biking, and it became my identity with time. My very first road trip was from Islamabad to the highest international border, Pakistan, China. It's called Khunjrab, and the height is around 4,693 meters. So
Wow.
that was the very first time when I explored mountains, when I went to North, there too on bicycle. It was a 10-day trip, and it was a life learning lesson and journey for me. So that's how I started. Then later on, I became the first Pakistani next year, the first woman, in fact, who biked on the world largest non-polar glaciers, which is across Karakoram region. It's called Biafo. It's a 67-kilometer long glacier, and I biked on it like a few kilometers on it because it's really rough, and I had to find the rideable patch. Then later on, I wanted to represent Pakistan on international lands beyond borders, and luckily I got the support from Pakistan Army, ISPR. Then I reached East Africa, and I became the first Pakistani who biked on the roof of Africa, Kilimanjaro, and the height is around 5,895 meters. So the next year I got selected in the biggest sports training program. It was by EspnW. It's called Global Sports Mentoring Program, and I was the only Pakistani with 15 other girls from different continents and countries. So it was the mega learning source for me as an athlete, because I never found any such thing, any such training, any such professionalism about sports. So that was a big breakthrough. Later on, I also launched my own action sports initiative. It's called Summer Camp. Then I also represented Pakistan in Russia next year. Now I'm working as a goodwill ambassador with WWF Pakistan.
Okay, mashallah, in a very short span of time, you have mentioned and elaborated yourself very briefly. So nice, so wonderful. I am really inspired. So, can I call you the heroes of Pakistan, basically, because you have been awarded by, if I'm not wrong, I saw you in the PSLs and
Yeah.
the ceremonies, where they had given you the award by giving the recognition to all the heroes of Pakistan who are doing a great excellence, right? So were you one of them?
Yeah, luckily I was one of them, and it was again a moment of honor for me to be acknowledged finally after a long time in adventure sports among other athletes, other prestigious athletes, and it was a nationwide event, and that was the time when I realized uh, that I still have to do a lot of work, and it's just a start for me. Like adventure sport, there's a long way to go to launch and to be promoted in Pakistan.
So are you fearless or you have any fears? Because you're climbing the mountains and people who are fearless are the only ones who can climb those heights.
I don't know, like people don't believe. People say like you must be very courageous, you must be fearless, you must be very brave. I still there are time when I do have my fears, but the only thing is just I keep pushing myself and I overcome that and I still face it, because there is no other way around. You have to face the fears to grab your goals and to go to the other side. That's what I believe.
So how can you inspire our Pakistani women to take up sports, which is a really difficult task in Pakistan, which I have heard that a lot of women are not given permissions by their parents, or they're never been empowered, or never given the platform to come forward and express themselves. So what message do you have for all the Pakistani women who would like to join and contribute to be a sportswoman?
The only challenge I see, the only one challenge and the biggest obstacle in their way is the social norms and social restrictions. That's it. Money
Mhm.
comes along the way, fame comes along the way, trainings comes along the way once you start working towards your goal. But the only thing, the only first step they have to take is that they have to face their parents, they have to face their society, they have to challenge the norms, the restrictions, the different values which are very different for boys and then very different for girls. So once they take the confidence of their family, once they talk it out, once they show them the benefit of sports personally and on national level, and they start working towards it, they'll be able to achieve anything. They'll be able to make their own identity. They'll be able to take joint ventures, collaborative projects, sponsors. Everything comes. The first step is just to realize what you have inside you, and then take your family's confidence on board, because you can't work anything without your family support.
I will just add one thing over there. It's just finding your strength and
Yeah.
working on your weaknesses. That is the whole idea about coming out confidently to present yourself to the world out there. Okay? So, which milestone do you feel that you're missing from your books, which you need to achieve, and you're working really hard to achieve that milestone, which has just been left behind? Are you working on anything which you feel and desire that you need to achieve that?
um, I believe whatever I've done so far, all these achievements were baby steps actually, which led me towards the big goal. My big goal is still, it's there to be achieved, and there's like a long list, bucket list. Like people do have bucket list. I have a lot of buckets. My bucket list is full of adventure sports. I still want to represent Pakistan in international championships and events. I still want to train myself to the level where I could compete internationally with international athletes in terms of fitness, in terms of technique, in terms of sports advancement, and self branding. And the other thing is, I so want to represent Pakistan in X Games, Olympics, like the global level platforms, and I want to take my team over there. That's why a summer camp came into being, because the objective is to train youth in only in action sports, mountain biking, snowboarding, mountaineering, because we already have associations and federations working towards conventional sports, but we don't have anything towards action sports, which is working towards action sports. So I would love to see them, grinding and shredding in the mountain biking events, in snowboarding events, skiing events. And we do have such facilities. We do have such destinations. Like North is full of it. And then there's Balochistan, which have mountain ranges. All we need is mountains, and we are the country having three biggest mountain ranges. We just don't have the infrastructure, don't have the awareness, don't have that sports leadership, which can inspire and bring youth, the local talent, the local coaches from our communities.
Mhm. So why don't you register yourself with the Ministry of Tourism, basically, because that's the whole idea about Pakistan to go for the future purposes. I have seen and read and done my research that Pakistan is focusing on the tourism to expand. So as far as you're concerned as a sports celebrity or sports personality who is promoting these adventure sports for women,
Mhm.
why don't you connect yourself with the tourism ministry by bringing down the sports personalities from abroad and collaborating with them and promoting tourism related to sports? What do you have to say on that?
That's the plan exactly, which will execute my bigger goal or bigger vision. My summer camp is already a sports registered sports club, and I would like to collaborate with tourism ministry also. And I have pitched my proposal already. I recently had a lot of important meetings with the different ministers. But after once COVID is settled down, I hope when everything is open and they get serious towards tourism again. So that would be the plan, that to have a sports cultural type of event in Pakistan involving all the other international athletes, so that they could inspire and train our youth at the same time, and provide that professionalism and that international standard for us to go there and represent the green flag.
Amazing. So, do you have any professional coaches under your club, which you just mentioned, summer camp? So, do you have any professional coaches to train the people who wants to join your summer camp?
What we do that we don't have a permanent employees or trainers, but what we do when we have certain events, like in winter we always conduct snowboarding events in Naltar, Hunza and Chatral. So we hire the relevant coaches from ski federations, from the people who are pros in snowboarding, trainers, event managers. We combine them all and we conduct training events in winters in different areas. So same goes with mountain biking, same goes with mountaineering. With different projects, with different trainings, we hire the relevant people according to the project, and we go to the certain place. We take the team, like the participants, and we train them. Then we end up the event on a cycle rally. We have conducted one-day cycling events in multiple cities to involve women also, because the emphasis on the objective is to empower women, both young girls and boys, but especially the working women and the young girls, so that they can claim their public spaces. Because whenever you see the public, wherever you see the public grounds, the running tracks, the courts, the fitness facilities, it is always dominated by men. So we want to give that confidence to women, to our girls, so that they could go out, they could run anywhere, they could bike anywhere, they could hike anywhere without without getting anxious or stressed or disturbed by men.
Yeah, get affected by other people's thought process and views and stuff. Okay, so as you see that because of COVID-19, we are all on a little bit on a slower side, because
Mhm.
of COVID-19, we all are at homes, and so I'm sure it's been this has affected you in a way to train or do your biking, uh, you know, mountain biking. So, how do you see yourself for the future? That because of COVID-19, how can you inspire by being at home, and how are you connecting with your followers and audience to train them? Like, what message would you like to give them?
Normally, for awareness and for motivation and for building stamina and elevating their fitness level, which was the highest requirement in COVID times, I gave multiple online sessions. It's still going on. I share the diet plan. I tell them the daily routines, the stretches, the yoga poses, which can keep them fit or sane in COVID times. For my personal training, I still go alone. I don't take the groups, but I go alone and do my trainings. I do my like weekly hikes, cycling, and also my indoor training. I recently built the entire gym setup inside my room, so it's helping me a lot now to stay in shape.
You know, share a story with you that I have heard that many people from abroad, whether they're from Australia, Europe, or US, usually whoever loves riding bikes, they
Hmm.
take these initiatives for the charity purposes as well by traveling from one country to another country, whether it's on the
Hmm.
motorbike or cycling. So since you're a sports personality and you do mountain biking, have you ever come across by doing any charity work for bringing along all the young women with you to ride bikes all across Pakistan to raise funds for any charity organizations?
We don't have any sports, charity organization in Pakistan. Like there are a lot of international platforms. There was only one challenge I've been facing in these days, and it's on the work is almost done. I was working on the same thing. All the fundraising platforms or the websites, they only demand the international presence or international bank accounts, which I don't have for fundraising. So I was working on it, and the problem is almost solved. And it was exactly my plan to conduct a mega fundraising for Pakistan, because I so wanted to go and reach the remote and underprivileged areas, donate them bikes, not only for them to join sports or to become professional athletes, but also so that they can take up cycling as their daily commute. and which will also help in launching the bicycle trend, bicycle culture in Pakistan, which is really, really important. I have seen boys and girls walking miles to reach their institutes, to reach their workplaces. So why not making it easy for them? And who knows, it might inspire to the level so that they would join sports.
Why don't you find a sponsor for yourself where everyone can join you, like, which is basically, because if you find any international or local sponsor who can
Mhm.
promote you through their channels and stuff, so in that way you will be able to raise funds through the support of your sponsor. Do you agree to
Uh,
that?
Finding sponsor is the ideal thing for any athlete only if they can get it that easily. Pakistan is a country where, the only craze for sports is for cricket. They are like, we have crazy cricket fans, and the only sport they know, it's just that. So other sports, other athletes, they're making self efforts. They're like struggling around this point. In last 5 years, like, I've been promoting sports from last 5 years. I've done all these achievements, but still I was uh, able to get only 2 or 3 sponsors in all these years. And the other things I've done, the expedition of Biafo, reaching Pak-China border, a lot of other things I've done on my own by doing side jobs, by saving money. And it's like an everyday challenge. Like, for an athlete, it goes like up and down, up and down. I don't know, like, you must have seen a lot of international athletes who are the sports ambassador of different private organizations, different sports brands, different energy drinks. We don't have this concept in Pakistan right now. And I so want the private organizations to understand that and to respect the athletes, to take them on board as their partners. Because it's not about like getting support, financial support from the brands, but it also it is about complementing their name, branding their name, putting values to them by working hard and achieving international titles. So it's like give and take. It's a proper partnership.
Would you be interested if I find you a sponsor?
Oh, I would love to. I would love to work with any sponsor right now. Believe me, I still have like 3 to 4 projects pending at my back, and all of them need funds to be executed.
Definitely. So now, since you are inspiring Pakistani women and the brand, which is Pakistan, because you're a brand of Pakistan, it will be an honor for me to help you to connect with my international friends who I know from different countries. Would like to come. I would like to pitch it in that way to bring them forward, to connect them with you, basically because you're doing a great job. So it will help you in promoting Pakistan internationally through the sports, and then that would be a great honor for me to connect you with anything I can do for you.
Thank you so much for that. That would be your biggest help. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah, my pleasure, definitely, because I love to lift and connect people around the world with the positivity which I have built in me. So I want to do the best thing for Pakistan. As you see, that this is the flag I'm carrying with me. So I need to help Pakistan reach the level, basically, because I have traveled around the world, many countries. I have traveled to US, Canada, UK, Dubai, Oman, because I was raised in Oman actually. It's just been for the last 1 year I moved to Pakistan. So I see a great talent, great skills in all our Pakistani people. It's all the matter of time and fact that they need to be promoted, and they have to be given the right voice and direction and the platforms.
Mhm.
That's important. Basically, because our people here in Pakistan, which I feel are lacking in the vision, in the plans, a little bit to promote themselves internationally to become a brand, international brand. So I feel that I can bring a little contribution by connecting them to the people I know around. So that would be wonderful if I can do anything for you or any Pakistani sports personalities or the people out there. That would be a wonderful honor, and I will feel the blessings will be great in return. So a friend of mine and a great old colleague, he has sent a message to you. I would just like to read that. His name is Naveed Shah. He's saying, "Welcome, Samar. You're a great inspiration to a lot of females. I would like to know, do you plan any other world record in the future which you want to achieve?" I think I had asked you, but I think let's put this question from Naveed Shah.
Yeah. My next expedition was, in fact, reaching the highest peak of Europe, which is on the border of Russia and Georgia. It's Mount Elbrus, and I want to ride over it. I want to ride another peak, which is the highest peak of North America. Then, like, there are 7 highest peaks in the 7 continents, and I want to reach and climb each and every peak. But not only climb, I want to ride on it, or either I want to try snowboarding on it. I want to mix it up and set an example of action sports, actually, because it's climbed by a lot of people, but not ridden by a lot of people. So snowboarding, biking on it, even base jumping from it would be my, these record attempts are still pending.
Okay. Have you ever climbed K2, which I heard is in northern areas, right? K2
I
is.
Yeah, actually, you have to reach the mountains step by step. First, you have to climb the mountain, which is around 6,000 meters, then 7,000 meters, then you go for 8,000ers. So
Okay.
I have climbed the peak, which was around 6,000 meter. My next step is to go to the 7,000. The peak is also in Pakistan, and then eventually on K2, inshallah.
Okay. So how would let's put this question in a very different manner now. That would be, how would you like to promote your sports, which you're doing it, which is the riding the bikes? You're doing it in the northern areas. So do you have any plans of promoting cycling, I mean the biking, in other parts of Pakistan like Karachi, Lahore, and stuff? Have you done tour of Pakistan by riding yourself?
I've done multiple events in Lahore, in Abbottabad, in Rawalpindi, Islamabad, and also in Peshawar, which was a great breakthrough because what we did, summer camp made the students of Islamia College and University of Peshawar. We made them ride the bicycles in their hijabs and dupattas and chadars, and they were so excited. And for a lot of them, it was the very first time to touch bikes and to balance it and to ride it. So I still want to go to Balochistan, interior Sindh, Karachi, to take this trend to introduce bicycle, um, and to make it a very general thing, a very normal thing for people to try every day, like motorbiking, like driving cars.
I see. So how do you like want to do this? Like, are you waiting because of COVID-19? So are you planning to do this for in future?
I already planned a mega training project across Pakistan. It will be conducted in 6 to 7 different areas or province. You can say it will be in Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit, Baltistan, Azad Kashmir, Fata, Waziristan. One training camp comprising of 4 to 5 days in each place, and donating bikes in the end, and training them, and conducting cycling events to push them that yes, you can ride, and to give them that confidence, and then go to the next region, and then keep going on to different regions in Pakistan, and then release a documentary globally with some biggest platform, and show them that yes, we have done this, it can be doable, and these girls and boys are now riding in such remote areas, in so conservative communities in Pakistan. And yes, the trend of cycling is now has started.
Okay. Before we wrap up our session in few minutes, I would like you to add, are you a born Pathan?
Yes, I am from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and I speak Pashto. I do atan. I eat all Pashtun foods. I can cook it. So yeah, a pure Pashtun, pure from mountains.
So any message in your language which you would like to say to our people in a positive way to
I
add a
would
little
like
flavor?
I would like to say that munga چې څومره خلک یو پاکستاني یو پښتانه او بیسیکلی چې څومره په دې ملک کې خلک پاتې کیږي جنکه او علاقه نه غدوانه دا غواړي چې هغه ته یو پوزټیو پلیټ فارم ملاو شي ټیلنټ زموږ په ملک کې ډیر د خو اپورچونټیز نشته نو چې څومره کسان دي زما په شانتي چې څوک ځوانانو لکار کوي جنکو لکانو لکار کوي هغه له پکار د چې هغه د ټول ایریاز تراشي او خپل responsibility پوره کی او ورسره نور خلک هم uplift کی like empower others with yourself.
I didn't understand anything, but I'm sure it was really lovely for you to send out that message, and definitely the people of your city would definitely understand what you have mentioned. All I could understand was that you were spreading the positivity. That was wonderful of you. So
Thank you.
before we wrap up, why don't you give a small shout out to my channel? What would you like to say about my channel, MacVlogs? If you'd like to give a shout out to my followers, that would be a great honor for me.
MacVlogs is doing a very different work than mainstream online sessions happening nowadays. It is bringing the diversity to the people, like speakers from Oman, speakers from Pakistan. As so far I've seen your channels and videos. You are bringing a lot of diversity in terms of regions, in terms of professions, in terms of languages. In terms of gender, and which is really positive, and it is the time of the need of the time, so that people know about us, people accept others from despite of their background, races, religion, and they feel connected. Yes, we have the same challenges, and still everybody in the world, they're fighting something, they're working for something, and everybody wants positivity, everybody wants growth, everybody wants empowerment.
I totally agree to that, and thank you so much for being a great guest on my live session today. It was an honor to have you, to promote you, and inshallah to connect you to the whole people around the world through my network, which I have, and help you grow in life and become a better human being and better sports personality. Basically, because the sports personalities and celebrities are the one who are so positive, basically because they are the ones who are spreading amazing work of their profession. So thank you so much, and
Thank you so much.
let us all promote Pakistan. And we would like to say it together. Why don't you and I say this together for all my Pakistani brothers and sisters? Pakistan.
Zindabad.
Let's let's say it a little bit louder. Pakistan.
Zindabad.
Pakistan Zindabad. Thank you so much, Samar Khan, for being a great guest. I really enjoyed having you in my live session. So please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like my channel and share it with all your people out there who you have been connected with. It would be definitely for me to bring different people. So everyone, hope you have enjoyed listening to Samar Khan today in my live session. So I would be bringing many better, different people from all around the world to educate and empower people like Samarkand and other people. Thank you once again. Take care.